right, that guy over there crying his ass off. Whining. Welcome to the channel, guys. Hobaleni champion at the best. Rookie cornerbacks are playing good. Like I always say, getting cheated. He's the only one.
Let's play cover 3 sky. See that. See what everybody. See if everybody gonna do this. Okay. Oh damn. Maybe a guy that's way off the field. This guy's gonna push a fucking. This guy fucking Miles motherfucking Garrett. That bitch is a 99. This motherfucker pushed that bitch all the way to the sideline. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Really, bitch?
Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Suck my hairy fucking balls. Suck my fucking black bitch. Lick my nasty fucking funky ass. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. A lot alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
It really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Throwing on first down, Phillips. And he will find his man on the outside. And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
All they do is cry,
They'll
man.
contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Phillips. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Loved the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Jets 2-1. Look at that. They won.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Phillips.
Good sack.
Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon Davis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy's never satisfied.
Breeder. Good job, Breeder. Good job, Breeder. Ow! Breed. Breed.
He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They run with Breida. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Breida on a toss left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight,
How did you drop
and knocked
that?
the ball away.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25
Good job, guys.
to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll have a first down past the 40.
What was that, guys? Come on.
Into enemy territory at the 45.
What is this broadcast, man? This sucks.
First down. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Phillips. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
Shit on that? Wow.
Gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This running game so important for them, and they know that. And helped lead to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's
Put
face
this
it,
in
it's their
vacation
identity,
mode.
and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Like, he's so stupid, he don't know they get tired.
He flinched. We knew that
Get
that
your
flag
fat
was
ass
coming.
out there and go play.
Offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following following the penalty. It's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
What the hell going on, guys?
It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard.
Trying to like the party's over. Give me this crying ass.
Reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And
Get rid of his
exactly
crying
what you
ass.
want from your Mike linebacker. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Phillips.
Oh, come on. Guys, what was that?
His first touchdown of the new season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took him a lot of plays, but hey.
We ain't gonna play 23. We're gonna make sure you keep getting your ass whooped.
Making a play and turning it back over to their own offense, unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. This is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
He's going to reduce humans from making it. Like he'll be the first one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
I ain't no linebacker back that far. Come on, that's some bullshit there.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you plan to back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Phillips from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
God damn, how do you hold on to that? That's not a touchdown.
Second touchdown on the season, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
He finds an opening past the 40.
Oh, you stupid. Why did you push him? God damn it, dummy.
But don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Now, what was that? Now he's starting to cheat. Come on.
At the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right
He didn't even buy the ball, and that's pass interference.
I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Phillips. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll
Come
be
on,
3rd.
guys.
No gain on the play. Leads to
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, Phillips. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30.
Come on, guys.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Phillips. Throw left side, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Raiders
Right.
14, Dolphins 3.
Just settle down. Come on.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. Just inside the 20 at the 19. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They will run the draw with Jacobs.
Come on, guys, what was that?
Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
He's sitting right there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off on the next down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this 1st half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. This is Breida. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the
These fucking Raiders pretty good, man.
A lot of guys playing this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle.
These Raiders pretty good.
And turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
These Raiders, they're pretty good. Beating me 14-3, cheating fuckers. Now like Jeff got his ass whooped. Yeah, beat down. You didn't watch the game?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big time Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the field.
He playing Texas now.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Yeah.
1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't
I don't know what you're
matter
gonna
if
do
it's
about
been
Gil.
through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense in a sense.
He said he waiting for us to get Madden 23 so he
can
can quit. Said, fuck it, we ain't gonna tell him we playing Madden 23.
They've got 5 answers, and they've got
They keep taking these ass whoopers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Breida.
All right.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And rifles one incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida in the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua fighting Williams for a Dolphin 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
2 minutes looking for a zone.
There, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Good throw, TT. Good job.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in a zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's Big dog. Good job. There you go, Baker.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And the Dolphins
now will give to Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
13-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the
Get the ball off, TT. Come on.
That got in there to bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Dolphins 13.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A final shot before break. Phillips. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Miles Sanders leading the way on the ground there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 13-10, the final score. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
All right, guys.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Oh, come on.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Oh, come on, guys.
To throw is Phillips. Throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Phillips on first down. His throw incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Phillips. And once more to Ruggs. This time to catch May. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the gun, Phillips. This will be caught at about the 6. Raiders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Phillips.
Good sack, guys.
Back at the 15-yard line. Raekwon Davis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Over to a field goal, guys.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Phillips.
I see that open on that. That's everybody in the back. There's some bullshit for sure.
15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I got everybody in coverage except for 3 people.
A lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that lines up a 7-play drive.
That's the bad section, TT. Come on.
Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to pass. Tua. Campbell making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 at a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On the handoff, this is Breida. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Good job.
On the keeper. A gain of 21.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pick. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Pull back all off.
Power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right? So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Here's Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Phillips. He's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Dolphins 19.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Phillips. It's brought on left side by Tate. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough.
I'm looking to get hurt. God damn it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
The defense guy.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Miami set to take over. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions. not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. On play action, here's Tua. And this one's incomplete.
What was that?
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent
Gotta hold
job
on to
right there on
that.
3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs.
God damn it. That's some bullshit.
Past the 15-yard line.
Oh, come on, guys.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Oh, had him for a loss, guys. Y'all watching me.
Gains that one for 14 yards and another 1st. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
All right, guys. Come on. You got to stop him.
14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Come on, guys. What was that?
Goes down, but not before getting us inside the
Too much time. Come on.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Phillips. And a slant hold in by Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Yeah, on the field goal, guys.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Phillips. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now Phillips. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And then we call no defense. Let's go quick, man.
And the lead will swell to 9.
Let's go quick and then we have to stop him. Come on.
That time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A good pickup there at 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield and stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
How are you going to drop that?
Complete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
Dolphins 22.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Phillips. And there's that man again. It's complete.
God damn it, guys.
Down, but able to slip across the 35. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Room for Jacobs there on 1st down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
3rd and 1.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Phillips got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there.
How you not come up?
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. But Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Las Vegas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt.